In this video we're going to work on creating a short answer question. So let's go down to our quiz. Okay. Now if it drops you into this, it's because I was previewing it earlier. One of the things to do if it drops you into this type of screen, if we go to edit, that'll take us into our question bank that we need to create quizzes or create the questions from. Okay, so inside the question bank, let me scooch you over here to the right. Okay, we need to, I've already created a subcategory. If you notice in here underneath the parent of activity module test quiz, I have short answer questions. That's a subcategory I've already created. That's a separate tutorial that will show you how to create categories. So I'm going to click on, and I already have a question in it, but let's create a new one. So we're going to create short answer. So from the create new question menu, click the drop down box and hit short answer. Now the idea of a short answer is filling in the blank. Okay, so and that's how it'll present to the student, and I'll show you that. So we want to give a generic question name, something for you to use as you're tracking. Let's just call it position. And so here's the actual question that will appear to the student. That goes here in the question text. Now, where you want the blank to be put, you provide an underscore. Alright, and that'll insert the blank, knowing that as you're reading through it, that's where the answer should be inserted. Now, these are the same formatting issues from before. So if you wanted to display an image to go with the question, you could. If you want to set the default grade, I'm going to set it at 10, meaning the question is worth 10 points. So if they get it right, it's worth 10 points. The penalty factor, remember that is if you have it set on adaptive mode, that'll reduce the amount of points for each attempt determined by what you put there. The general feedback goes in here, so despite what their response is, that's the information they would receive. Now, case sensitivity, if you want to make it a requirement that yes, certain cases are necessary, no, certain cases not, that's up to you. For me, I'm going to put yes, meaning that as I type in the answer, if it's not case sensitive, that they would get it wrong. Now, correct answer, you must provide at least one possible answer. Okay, let me move you over so you can see all of this. Answers left blank will not be used. Okay, alright, so the first matching answer will be used to determine the score and feedback. So you need to give at least one right answer. And what it means by that is that it's possible to write a short answer question and there will be multiple answers that would be correct, of which you then need to provide all variations, okay, that you would accept as a correct answer. So in this next box we see answer 1. Now, I'm going to pick Baker University, and because it's case sensitive, for them to get the answer correct, they would have to put capital B, capital U. The grade, I'm going to make this worth 100 points, because that's the correct answer. If you answer correctly, you'll get told, nice job. Now, here's where, if you want to give another variation, like if I wanted to say it would be okay to answer Baker U, I would put that in there, and Baker U would also then get 100% for their grade, because if you put that in, that would count. And that's the only two choices I'm going to give. If you see, here's answer 3, and that you can add more blanks for more correct answers, so there's quite a variation there that you could give. I'm going to click Save Changes. I'm going to bring you back over to the question bank view. We're going to go into the category of short answer questions. And notice down here there's two. One that I previously created, but the one we just did was question. Was the question name was position. And here's the icon to kind of give you an idea. When you see this type right here, that means short answer. That's going to let you know that that's a short answer question. So as we did before, I want to add this question, position, to the quiz. I can either click on the double arrows here, or by hitting this and add to quiz. If I bring you over to the questions in the quiz, you can now see position is in there. And again, these arrows here let you manipulate it up and down, so you can have it in which order you'd like. The grade is shown as 10, okay, because that's the amount of points possible. And the other function to look at here is this allows you to preview the question to see what it looks like. This allows you to actually go in and edit the question without moving it out of here. And this allows you to remove it and move it back. So if you want to look, here's what the question will look like to give you a preview. So I am an instructor at blank. Answer, and you'd fill in the blank. Okay, it's worth 10 points. You can submit the page, submit all and finish, fill with correct, start again, close preview. Those are some options that are given. If you submit the page, if you have it to where the questions are laid out on one page at a time and you click submit page, that would allow them to submit that answer and the next one will pop up. If you click submit all and finish, but you haven't answered all the questions yet, that wouldn't matter. It would just cancel you as being finished. So that's something that from a student perspective they don't want to do to the very end. I'm going to close this. One other thing I want to point out to you is that you want to make sure you click Save Changes. And notice that as we're adding questions into the quiz bank, we're getting a running total with the maximum grade being 10. Now we can change that to 100 or whatever setting you want, but you can do that right there on the face. Okay? And then we click Save Changes. And now it's in the quiz.